Good evening. I will call the May 4th, 2016 City Council meeting to order. Fran, would you take the roll call, please?
Certainly. Stroblich.
Here.
Riemenschneider.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Erickson.
Here.
Vicker.
Here.
Van Blerkum.
Here.
And Davis.
Here.
Thank you.
And where?
Officer Tim Stroblich is going to lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes from the April 6, 2016 meeting are in your packet. If you would take a look at those, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Upcoming events. Judy Johnson from the Amery Area Community Center.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to bring your attention to a couple of events that we have going on at the Amery Area Community Center. This is just another reminder for you that we're planning a trip to go to the Minnesota Twins and Tampa Bay Rays game over in Target Field on Saturday, June 4th. We still have a few seats available, and we need about 9 more people to make it a goal. So we're hoping somebody will sign up. The bus will leave the Amery Area Community Center at 9:30 a.m. for a 1:10 p.m. game, giving you time to wander around and grab a bite to eat. There will be chances to win prizes on the bus also. You will be dropped off at the front gate. Heather Jeske will be our tour guide for this trip, and she really does a great job. She's a lot of fun. So if you're interested in going, please sign up and pay by May 16th. Our second event that I want to tell you about is our annual Vendor Plant and Bake Sale, which is being held on Friday, June 3rd, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are looking for vendors, and if you would like to reserve a table for this event, the cost is $20 for a table that's 8 feet by 30 inches wide. Space is limited, and rentals will be on a first-come, first-paid basis. The registration deadline is June 1st, so if you wish to participate in this event, please call Carrie or Susan at the center at 715-268-6605. Thank you for your time, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Judy. From the Amery Women's Club, Sherry/Julia. And you can explain that if you want to.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Julia is from Women in History that the Women's Club put on in March, and I was Julia Childs, and I loved it. It was very fun. It was a great show, and I actually just finished an iMovie of it that I'm hoping to get on the cable channel once I make sure that all the participants are as eager to put it on the cable channel as I am. I'm here to talk about Women's Club stuff. It's one of my favorite weekends in Amery besides Fall Festival. It is the Amery Art Fair. Then it takes place in North Park on Saturday, June 18th. But that weekend is just a fun weekend in Amery because Friday night is Music in the Park and Saturday is the Art Fair. And if you like cars, there's Austin Healey races out at the airport. So it's a great weekend to be in Amery. And of course, we want you to come to the Art Fair and look for our flyers around town. But we'd also love you to participate in everything else that Amery has to offer that weekend. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. And Katie from the Amery Hospital, and she has some friends, and she's coming up to tell us about something.
One has to give you a little gift there.
Thank you, David.
Hi, guys. So I've got 2 Power Up kiddos here. It's a Power Up family, and I'm here to talk about Power Up for Kids Week, which is May 7th, starting this Saturday through May 14th. Power Up is a community-wide initiative to make better eating and physical activity easy, fun, and popular. So making it the default option. And that's what these kids have been a part of with Open Gym. You guys have been really being moving this winter, right? So Power Up brought Open Gym for families to Amery. We had 5 open gyms, and these guys were busy moving and grooving through the winter. Can you tell us what your favorite way to power up is?
I would go with soccer.
Soccer. What about you, Anna?
Basketball.
Basketball. Those are great ways to power up. So we have awesome ways to power up during Power Up for Kids Week this Saturday. We have the Power Up Family 2K, which is a free run-walk event that's in partnership with the Stour Seven Lakes Half Marathon. And it starts at 9:15. And we're encouraging everybody to come and participate. Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, dogs, strollers, everybody. Everybody can do it. Chomp will be there. That's the mascot for Power Up. He is extremely popular with the kids. Right after the race, Chomp, his birthday is in the month of May, and the library will be holding Chomp's birthday party from 10:30 to 11:30 with lots of fun activities. And then he'll be going to Dick's Grocery Store, who's been an awesome partner, and he'll be doing some meet and greets there from 12 to 1. We'll be having a special open gym on May 13th, Friday, May 13th at the elementary school. From 6:15 to 8:15 p.m. There'll be a kids DJ there known as Kids Dance, so it'll be really fun, interactive dancing, a really special one for Power for Kids Week. And then we'll be starting our cooking series in partnership with Hungry Turtle that Saturday, May 14th from 11 to 12. It's open to ages 8 to 11. It's free. You do need to register online. I'd encourage you to go to powerup4kids.org. And you can learn more and get the link to all the classes and sign up there. So I'm really happy that I've got some Power Up buddies here, and we're really excited that Amery's been an awesome community to partner with in general to power up for everyone. Thank you.
Any questions for Katie or the kids?
What were the dates of the open gym?
The open gym, so we typically run open gym in the winter months, so it's really done for the season, but we're having a special one on Friday, May 13th.
So when did you do it during the winter?
Oh, we had one, it was every other week. It was, 2 in January, 2 in February, and March.
What day?
Sundays, from 1:30 to 3:30
Okay,
at the intermediate school.
thank you.
And we've been working closely with the school, and we hope to bring them back and have even more for this next winter. So giving people an opportunity to move their bodies when it's cold and there's no place to go.
So the school has the gym open anyway.
Yeah, no, they don't. So this was
This was at the intermediate school.
This was at the intermediate school. So the I don't know if you need this to hear me. Anyway, yeah. So the school has always had an open gym for basketball, primarily for older age kids. I think 14 plus kids get dropped off. This was really meant for families. So we get a lot of young kids, elementary, even pre-K kids through middle school. It acts like a playground. So there's some basketball, some hula hoops, some football, some dodgeball, parachute. And the intent is really to make it about families. So this was in addition to that. Because that one takes place, where did you say that?
That was at the middle school.
Yeah.
And it is only for ages 14 and up, so there wasn't
Yes.
really anything for
Younger kids.
the ones that need to wiggle a lot. So it was good.
Yeah, so that's one of Power Up's main goals is to give people access, give families access to healthy foods and ways to move their body. Just making it, again, the easy choice.
And
the
there's a
default.
structured,
It's not
Okay.
structured. It's not. We do have times where we all decide we're gonna play. What was that? Sharks or? Oh no,
Sharks and
color tag.
lifeguards.
Yeah, sharks and.
Sharks and
But we
lifeguards.
play color tag with everybody. But it's really pockets of kids. Like just imagine a playground in the summertime, but it just is in a gym. So there's lots of different things, and kids move pretty seamlessly from one thing to the next, like they would on a playground. So.
And what was great
Yeah.
is that in a playground, it's usually the parents are kind of supervising. And at the open gyms, the parents were on scooters, or they were jumping ropes,
Yeah.
or they were attempting to shoot basketball. And
Yeah, it was
Wow,
really
so
great
it's
to
great.
see the parents' interaction, and that's, again, another point of it is to get parents to do it with their kids. How meaningful that is.
Any other questions? Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
And I apologize. I was supposed to have a proclamation to read and proclaim this as Power Up Week, and I forgot. But you guys did an awesome job. So, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to drop this off with you too. This is just a few
Oh,
goodies.
okay.
and Things for the city of Amery.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Playtime will be in the conference room. And the first one that we throw balls at is Darcy. Okay, officers' reports, getting back here to serious stuff. Fire Chief Dale Kaler, we'll start with you.
All right. For the month, we did the fire run report, and you get that, I believe, through your shared files. I didn't know, though, I had to comment that there's actually 3 pages to it. I don't know if you've been getting all 3.
You've been sending me an Excel file that I have to convert to a PDF,
Oh, okay.
so.
So the other tabs on the back, just so you know,
Okay.
include the runs individually. So it gives you a little bit of history of what kind of runs we're doing. Because on the first page, it's just a summary. And so I wanted to make that clear because, I forget who brought it up to me. and
I
said-
think
saw
we
that,
got
so.
the spreadsheet of the calls minus the
Yep.
summary.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh,
Sometimes
you
it
got
happens
the
when you
spreadsheet,
convert,
not-
yep.
Not the
Yeah.
summary?
Mhm.
Well,
But
we'll
that's
get
all
that
right,
straightened
because the totals in there.
Okay.
So the summary is the first page, and that just talks about how many fire calls, how many people we have going, and total hours we spend doing things. And then it's broken down on the bottom half of the summary page by township, because we are servicing more than just the city of Amery, so. And if you ever have questions about, hours or, why it gets lopsided, we do kind of go through cycles that I've noticed. Like training cycles right now through the, kind of like the school year. Our classes are all run during the school year as well, because WITC runs our classes, semester 1, semester 2, and that's where we get our firefighter 1s from, we get our Cert 2 classes from, our motor pump operator classes, so obviously those hours are always much larger during the school year. We go into the summer now and you'll see more community service hours, more, sometimes grass fire hours and things like that, so it is noticeable in a cycle. And if you ever have questions, just shoot me an email or something and I can respond to it. So, a few notes. Fire department is hosting the backpack program again, the fundraiser for the backpack program on June 10th. I thought I'd bring that up because obviously we're here with very short notice next time, so that'll be at the firehouse again this year. Fire department is helping the Amery PD by letting them use the back parking lot for their bikes for kids for.
June 4th or Trail Days, no.
Okay.
Bring that up.
Okay. Fire department is giving out a scholarship again this year, and we have one recipient, and his name is Jacob Howell. He's also a firefighter with us, so it's a young man that was in the Explorers program. Qualified him for the scholarship, and he's been a full-time firefighter since January. So we appreciate his service, and he'll be receiving that to become an EMT, I believe, so. He'd like to get a full-time job doing EMT work. And then I'd like to encourage the board, next time you see a firefighter out on the street, congratulate them because we've been doing a really good job. I'm very proud of the group. It's not too often that fire departments can say they have saves, we call them saves. It's when we can respond in due time and get there and save a house and not have a lot of excess damage to a house. So we just had a fire this last month up on North Bend Street, and we did an excellent job, so kudos to all the guys. And then I think Tom will also talk about the tornado warning sirens, that they're working and up and going and we're tested, so. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
All right.
Tom Marson, Police Chief.
Good evening. I presented to the council and the media the activity reports for the month of April. Certainly I'd be happy to answer any questions. I shouldn't say just a couple things, and I got a few things tonight. Dale mentioned there, we tested our sirens on April 14th. they went well, except for the downtown one that Rick and I are both aware of is a little shy of 3 minutes like it should be, but it did fire up there. And we'll be doing testing through October now, the first Thursday of the month at about 1:45. So tomorrow you can expect that to occur as well. Last weekend, we partnered with the Amery Women's Club and the Wisconsin Department of Justice to have a drug take-back day. And it was a big success. We collected 3 big boxes and I delivered them to the Spooner Post at the State Patrol on Sunday. The Amery Police Department, along with representatives from Polk and St. Croix County, are conducting an educational seminar on campus sexual assault awareness on Monday, May 23rd from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Amery Community Center. That's located on Harriman Avenue, just north of the police department. And for information, you can contact Officer Crystal Zacharias for that. Lastly, our department is, like many agencies, are participating in the annual Click It or Ticket traffic safety mobilization on seatbelt usage. This will occur from May 23rd through June 5th. Just to note, there are approximately 86% of people in our state in the vehicles are buckling up, but there's certainly no reason that we can't get that up to 100% through common sense, education, and last but not least, enforcement. That's all I have, Madam Mayor.
Questions for Tom?
What was the disposition with the downtown siren? I know Bones called me and we talked about it. Is that gone?
It's not, it hasn't been moved yet.
Okay.
I know him and I have talked about it too, of where the location is going to be. I know that that's the oldest of all the other 2 that we have there, and it still has some issues there. It fires up, but it certainly doesn't go the length of the time that's the other ones do there. But
Maybe before June, we can get some kind of an idea what it would cost to get the new panel, the one that, that siren, just for those that don't know, I believe is at least 70 years old. And,
It's dependable.
well, for the most part, it's a big old horse. It works, it makes a lot of noise. But we've had a hard time controlling it for the last 15 years, I guess. And,
For a while, you had to go in manually.
yeah,
sometimes
for a
turn
while,
on.
yes.
Nobody wants to stand there
Put your
during a
earplugs
tornado
on
and turn
and-
on, yeah.
and then get your handcuffs around there to be secured with the pole and hold the button in.
I have a question. Do the storm warning sirens here have battery backup?
Is
I guess I'm
that,
not sure.
I'm not sure if that one is hooked up to the generator at the fire hall.
I don't think
When
that
they-
one,
no.
When they move it.
I don't know
will it-
about the other
have they-
2 at all. I think
None
you were
of
involved.
If
it.
we ever
Yeah.
get to the point where we talk about replacing it, maybe that would be a possibility, go on to the property of the fire hall.
Yep.
And then we could wire it into that generator.
And then it would always
It's
work.
not taking away too much from the fire hall
Yeah.
operations.
It's not like some of the other things where you can put a small little battery thing. I mean, it would, 30 seconds and drain the thing, so and there's not
The-
room to put a generator.
The old controller, when we had the old fire hall, was a battery backup controller, but it did not power the siren. That particular one is a 3-phase, I think they're all 3-phase, but that takes, that's a 50 horse motor there, so the 3 wires that go up there are, big. And, the new ones don't take that. Those are at each end, one up by North Park and one by the South Water Tower. And those have worked.
Those work well.
Yeah, yeah. But they were a couple grand a piece, I think, if I remember right. Maybe more. Maybe they were 4. We put them up back when we had civil defense yet. So if that tells you how long ago.
Hiding under the desk for the news.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public Works Director, Bones McCarty.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council, ladies and gentlemen. The guys have been very busy. I got to commend Chance and a couple of the guys, because we've got 4 guys that are in the process of training and getting sewer and water licenses. So we've been running very short. We're doing a lot of directives from the DNR. One of them is with the cross connection. So Adam and Jeremy and also Josh have been very busy with that. Also, the guys are in the process of getting the campground put together in North Park. So they've been, you know, between three guys, kind of handling all the everyday duties and the extra work that we've been doing. We've been kind of stretched out a little bit. Also, we've got another directive from the DNR. We have to replace the boards on the dam, so they're ordered, and we're a little late on that, but that should be done within a month. They're ordered and should be here. As soon as they get in, we'll swap them out. I've contacted the Jay Luke, I don't know what you call him, the head of the Lincoln Township.
Town board
That's it.
chair, yep.
Yep, and he had no problem with splitting the cost with us on that, so that was an easy move. Other than that, I can't think of anything else, but it's been a very busy spring. And trying to keep the dam, and it's finally back to where it belongs. I know it's been quite high with all the rain and the runoff and everything, and every time I go somewhere, somebody asks me why it goes up and why it goes down. Well, you know, when it rains up north, eventually that all comes down here, dam goes up, you know. It might not rain in Amery, but it all comes through our dam. So it'll go up, and we do our best to try to keep it within the limits that the DNR has set for us. I know we go under and over a little bit now and then, but right now it's at about the level it should be. So if you look at your shoreline, and that's where it's at, and that's where we're going to try to keep it. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, go with Rick first.
Rick first. Other Rick.
The other
Rick
Rick.
one.
Well, mine's a little bit longer, so if you guys want to, go ahead.
Okay, Rick two.
Well, I just was wondering how the monitoring of the South Twin level is doing, because the people in North Twin are still talking about walking through water in their basements.
Well, we've got it running just as fast as we can. On the other hand, then we get complaints from the people down on the creek that we're flooding out their backyards. But part of that is their own faults, because when the dry years were here, they mowed all their grass and put all their tree branches and everything in the creek. And, you know, now it don't flow real good. But after running it wide open, we got a pretty good channel cut in there.
Good.
And one thing to keep in mind too is when you put all that stuff in the creek, it ends up in the culverts, and then the water don't flow at all. We've been down there 2 or 3 times cleaning out culverts because all of that debris is coming down through. So if the people that live along that creek and would like to keep it down, if they could clean that out of the creek in their backyards, that would help us a lot. Because we don't really have access to that creek except for one end to the other. And there's been occasions when we walked the whole creek and cleaned out stuff. So we're doing what we can to get the water levels down on North and South Twin both.
Must be working. There's a muskrat living under the VFW bridge.
Rick two, or Kate?
How long are you gonna take with him?
Well, I think I called you. I had a phone call about Harriman Avenue, and I've been trying to
It's
call.
fixed today.
Okay,
It's all patched.
Okay.
And eventually, we are gonna tear that all up again. But we got some mix today. They finally got the plan open and running, without putting, I call them painted rocks. Alls it is a heavy oil on pea rock, and it doesn't stay in very well. So I've been kinda waiting to get some good mix. So today I sent the guys up with the truck. We got a truckload. They're all patched up, so until we tear it up again, it should be good.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Later on the agenda, I think with parks, we're gonna talk a little bit about the boat landing, but I guess I'd rather hear it from you, to be honest with you. I had a call of concerned citizen asking why we paid for the property when we were supposed to get permits first. Well, we bought the property for the boat landing ahead of time because the permit process is a long, drawn-out process.
And you also have to own the property.
And we have to own the property.
Yep.
Now, if something were to happen and we're not able to secure permits, and we own that property, we will certainly resell it. But tell the public a little bit about